There's a plant growing in the crack of the driveway out front. It's been there for 3 years. Every spring someone pulls it out. Every summer it comes back. That plant sells for $12 a bunch at Whole Foods. It has been used as medicine for over 5,000 years, and it's growing wild in a crack in the concrete. For free. Most people spend $40, $50, $60 at a garden center every spring buying plants that struggle, need constant watering, and die before summer is over. Meanwhile, 9 specific plants are already growing in yards, driveways, and garden beds across North America right now. For free. And almost everyone pulls them out without knowing what they're looking at. Number 7 contains more vitamin C per gram than an orange. Number 4 is the exact plant Roman soldiers carried into battle as their primary wound treatment for 2,000 years. And number 1 sells for $30 a bunch at farmers markets every spring. Chefs fly it in from across the country. It's probably growing within a mile of where you're sitting right now. Let's start. You already know these plants. You've walked past them your whole life. That low-growing mat of tiny bright green leaves in the corner of the garden, that's chickweed. That clover-looking thing with the lemony taste, that's wood sorrel. That tall plant with the stinging leaves along the fence line, that's nettle. You've been pulling out a pharmacy and a farmer's market every single weekend, and nobody told you. Number 9, dandelion. The weed that feeds you from root to flower. Every part of a dandelion is edible. Leaves higher in calcium than milk, higher in iron than spinach, packed with vitamins A, C, and K. Young leaves are mild enough raw in salads. Older leaves sautéed in olive oil with garlic, the way Italians have eaten them for centuries. The flowers are edible raw and can be made into dandelion wine, a tradition across rural Europe that predates commercial winemaking. The roots roasted and ground into a caffeine-free coffee substitute consumed widely during World War II when coffee was rationed. The entire plant, root to flower, free, growing in every lawn on every street in North America. And most people spray it with herbicide. Number 8, chickweed. The winter green nobody notices. Chickweed grows in cool weather, spring and fall, when almost nothing else in the garden is producing. Completely edible raw. Mild, slightly sweet, reminiscent of corn silk. High in vitamin C, calcium, and magnesium. Traditional European herbalism used it on inflamed skin and minor burns for centuries. Modern research confirms genuine anti-inflammatory properties. Stop pulling it out, and it comes back every cool season without any effort. Number 7, wood sorrel. More vitamin C than an orange. Looks like clover. Tastes completely different, bright, lemony, electric sourness from oxalic acid in the leaves. More vitamin C per gram than an orange. Eaten by indigenous peoples across North America as a spring green and thirst quencher on long journeys. Leaves, flowers, and seed pods all edible raw. Use them in salads or anywhere you'd use lemon juice for brightness. Most people pull it out thinking it's clover. Number 6, lamb's quarters. The spinach that grows itself. Better than spinach in every measurable way. More calcium, more protein, more vitamins A and C than commercial spinach. It grows aggressively in garden beds. Most gardeners pull it out as a weed competing with their vegetables. It is a vegetable, a better one than most of what they bought. Cook it exactly like spinach. One plant produces thousands of seeds that are also edible, ground into flour or cooked like quinoa. Number 5, purslane. More omega-3s than fish oil. The only plant with significant omega-3 fatty acids, the same healthy fats found in salmon. A cultivated vegetable in Greece and Mexico. In most of North America, pulled out and thrown away. Eat it raw in salads. Sauté it with garlic and olive oil. The omega-3 content is genuinely exceptional for any plant source. Number 4, plantain. The battlefield medicine in every lawn. Not the banana. Roman soldiers carried it on campaign. Medieval herbalists prescribed it for wounds and infection. Modern research confirms genuine anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Crush the leaf, apply it to a wound, the active compounds release immediately. Soothes insect stings, draws out splinters. The seeds are the exact same species as psyllium husk. The fiber supplement sold for $15 a bottle at every pharmacy. Growing free in every lawn on earth. Number 3. Stinging nettle. $12 a bunch at farmers markets. Free in your garden. The sting disappears completely when cooked or dried. What remains is one of the most nutrient-dense greens on the planet. Higher in protein than most vegetables. High in iron, calcium, magnesium, and vitamins A, C, and K. Nettle soup was a spring staple across Europe for centuries, eaten after winter when fresh greens were scarce and the body was depleted. Harvest with gloves. Blanch in boiling water for 2 minutes. Sting gone. What you have is a dark, rich green that tastes like spinach, but deeper and more complex. Number 2. Elderflower and elderberry. The hedgerow pharmacy. Elder grows wild across North America and Europe, along fence lines, forest edges, near water. The flowers make elderflower cordial, a delicate floral syrup that sells for $15 a bottle at specialty stores. The berries are one of the most researched natural immune support compounds available. Multiple randomized controlled trials confirm elderberry extract reduces the duration and severity of influenza symptoms. Not folklore. Peer-reviewed clinical research. Growing wild. For free. Along fence lines you've driven past 1,000 times. Number 1. Ramps. The wild leek chefs will pay almost anything for. $20 to $30 a bunch at farmers markets every spring. Top restaurants feature ramp season on their menus like a holiday. They grow wild on the shaded floor of hardwood forests, oaks, maples, birches, in rich moist soil across eastern North America. They look like lily of the valley. They smell like garlic. And they emerge in early spring before almost anything else is growing. Once established in a shaded, moist corner of a yard, they spread slowly and return every spring forever. Never harvest more than 1 leaf per plant. Never harvest more than 1/3 of a patch. Let them spread. In 10 years, a patch that pays you back every single spring. I came across this properly when I started paying attention to what was already growing instead of fighting it. I'd been pulling out lamb's quarters for 3 years, right next to the spinach I'd planted that kept bolting and dying. The lamb's quarters was outperforming it in every measurable way. More nutrition, more resilience, more yield. And I'd been treating it like a problem. That was the moment it clicked. The garden center had sold me a solution to a problem I didn't have. The knowledge of what grows wild and what it's worth was common 100 years ago. Every rural family knew which weeds were edible, which were medicinal, and which were worth more than anything they could buy. The global garden and lawn care industry generates over $100 billion annually, selling products to eliminate the exact plants that fed and healed people for thousands of years. You can't sell fertilizer for a plant that grows itself. You can't charge a monthly fee for something that comes back every spring without asking. So the knowledge stopped being passed down. The plants didn't go anywhere. They're still there. In the crack of the driveway, in the corner of the garden, along the fence line, waiting. Stop pulling them out. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.